What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Show. I'm Steve Trezza.
And I'm Devin Burke.
And today we are reviewing Season 6, season review of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So, as always with our season reviews, we'll first give you a little bit of backstory of the season to kind of catch you up to speed on what you may have forgotten about or what happened. And then we'll talk about what we liked about the season, what we didn't like about the season, what we're expecting for Season 7. And, we'll go into detail with the characters and storyline and plot and all that. So, let's catch everyone up to speed with The Walking Dead Season 6. The Walking Dead Season 6 wasted no time putting you right into the center of the action. The season kicked off with our group coming together to lead a giant walker horde away from Alexandria. Things go awry when a group called the Wolves sabotage their plan. The Wolves attack Alexandria, causing death and destruction throughout the town.
Thanks to Carol, Morgan, and a few others, Alexandria is able to fend off their attackers. Now a new threat emerges as the Walker Horde makes its way to the town. The Walkers terrorize the town, resulting in the loss of some super annoying characters. Looking at you, Sam.
Also, not sure where to throw this in here, but Glenn died. Just kidding, he was actually hiding under a dumpster. While infested with walkers, the town of Alexandria bands together to eliminate the herd. Rick loses a girlfriend and Carl loses an eye during the process. Sometime later, Rick and Daryl run into a dude named Jesus who brings them back to his community known as the Hilltop.
Rick and company infiltrate one of Negan's compounds, killing everyone inside, only to find out that the compound wasn't his main headquarters. Seriously, how many men does this guy have?
During the onslaught, Carol and Maggie were captured by the Saviors, but then turn on badass mode and escape. Denise gets an unexpected arrow through the head. Carol leaves because she doesn't want to kill anymore, which causes much of the group to go looking for her. During the search, the group is kidnapped by Negan's men. Morgan finds a wounded Carol and meets a new group looking to help. Back in Alexandria, Maggie is having trouble with her pregnancy and needs medical attention. The group packs up for the Hilltop only to be intimidated and stopped by the Saviors. In the end, Negan makes his glorious first appearance and introduces a mysterious someone to his most prized possession, Lucille.
Taking it like a champ.
So there you have it. Now you're caught up to speed. That's, in a nutshell, the story of Season 6 for The Walking Dead. Overall, I thought this season was pretty good. I thought it was actually definitely one of the better seasons of The Walking Dead.
It's definitely gotten a lot better from the last previous season. Sorry folks for my voice. I am a little under the weather, so if you hear a loud crack in my voice, it's not me going through puberty for like the 20th time, it's just me being sick.
So let's start off with, what did you think of like the overall story of this season?
Okay.
Because we started off much different than where we ended. And,
yeah.
We had the Wolves were in there for a little bit. We had some people died. Not really too big of characters. I mean, we don't know at the end. But it kind of bounced around here. But I feel like the story kind of was on point for the most part.
Yeah, it followed through with the story of what they wanted to tell. However, it did deviate a bit because it was first, our attention were on the zombie horde, which then they solved. Mm-hmm. Then it was the wolves. Mm-hmm. And then we completely...
Forgot about the wolves. They kind of just like, they're not there anymore.
They're not there anymore, even though they were building up the wolves since like season 4, even with the W's and a bunch of the walkers as previously. But now, like they just, after they invaded, they're like, oh no, the wolves have invaded. Let's go attack Negan's men.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of felt like that.
Switched it.
And I wish they would have like at least touched upon the wolves a little bit more, especially after the invasion, because you think like they'd be more hunting them.
I agree. I just think that that the wolves probably aren't as big as a group as we thought.
I would assume so, but yet they still had like their own base that's a property of wolves.
Yeah.
And like their own facility and how like they had all these walkers. So I think they
That's
are
true.
big, but I guess they just just got brushed away.
I mean, the Saviors and Negan are a much more interesting bunch than the wolves, in my opinion.
Granted, but they could have just went with the Saviors did this.
Yeah, that's true. So I thought the season was way more action oriented.
Oh yes.
I mean, we had like a couple. There's like, I don't really like season 3 of The Walking Dead. Outside of that, I think the show's pretty good. I love season 1. I think it's fantastic. This season was definitely a better season for me. I didn't like season 3, which is when they were in the prison, because there was just it was drawn out. There wasn't a lot of action. It was a lot of talking. It was like, what's going on in Woodbury? What's going on in the prison? And like, there wasn't that many walkers. This was not this season. This season, it started off with action. There was filler episodes here and there, but for the most part, I don't think that we got a lot of filler episodes. We got like the one with Morgan with like his backstory, which I feel like we could have kind of done without.
But yet you kind of still need it, because you kind of needed to like, Morgan went from crazy to philosophical.
Not an hour and a half episode though.
Granted, yeah, they could have definitely like summed that up in
15 minutes.
I was gonna say maybe even 30.
Yeah. So as always, they always do filler episodes, but I feel like there wasn't as many filler episodes this season, and I like that.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely, the beginning part of season 6 wasn't that much action packed.
Yes, it was. They started off with the Walker Horde, and then they had
I'm saying action, like literal action. That's just walkers walking.
It was pretty action packed because they had the flashbacks that went back to where like the shit went down. They had to do everything. Then you had the truck that crashed into Alexandria, and then you had the wolves. It was like the first 4 episodes were like all action packed.
No, but the major action pack was the mid-season parts where it picked up the more action.
I disagree with you. I think there was more action in the beginning, and I feel like it dragged a little bit in the second half, but it wasn't to the point where like I disliked it. I still thought it was good, but I thought the beginning half was way more action.
I don't know. I just don't remember as much action as I remember from the.
I mean, you're going back half a year ago. So.
That is true. So memory can be a bit foggy.
Okay, so outside of that, what did you think of the characters this season?
All right. They introduced a lot of new characters.
They did.
And then they killed off a lot of new characters.
They did.
That is kind of my pet peeve.
Well, they brought Morgan back.
Yeah, they brought Morgan back from season 1. But, he was part of season 5, kind of,
He had like an episode.
No, but I mean, like, he was like, we got to see him like little bits here and there, every like 5 minutes of every episode there and there.
That's true.
But
he's now in the group now.
But now this is the group. And, like, of course, the first time he ever comes in at the end of season 5 was Rick killing off one of the people. And he was like, hey, I came in at a weird time. But I do like the new characters that they brought in. Like,
I think I like Jesus. Obviously, I think Negan. I mean, we only got to see him. He had like a 10-minute speech but I thought it was perfect. I thought Negan was fantastic, and I'm so ready for season 7. But I'll let you. I know you have a point to make.
Yeah, I really love Negan too. However, I really wish there was just a little bit more of him. I was okay for what I got.
The last episode was a huge build-up, and it was an intimidation episode to show you how much, like, how powerful his group is and how many of them there are.
Exactly. So that's what I feel kind of.
I thought it did it very well done.
For a season finale, though, I thought it was just okay. I didn't see this big extravaganza that everyone was hoping was going to be, that we were going to see the character who was going to die by Negan.
That was a little cheap. They cheaped us out on the character.
Exactly. So we still
have to wait. Now we have to wait 6 months, a half a year until to find out who died. With Denise dying, which it's whatever. We haven't seen Tara since Denise has died. Yeah. Why?
Okay. So
that's one thing I didn't like about this season.
All right. So last time we checked, I'm not sure if you guys even remember this, because this was like it's
a good 4 or 5 episodes ago.
So Tara, if you guys don't remember, Tara leaves with Heath to go on a run. I forget what the run was, but apparently it's been taking I don't know how many days or how many weeks.
No one notices they're gone. They're just oh yeah, what happened to Tara?
They don't even bring up a little mention, not even a sentence when Denise died, one little thing someone's got to tell Tara when she comes back. Not even that.
Yeah.
They just never mention.
Tara and Heath are dead somewhere. No one cares.
There's not even a filler episode with them. That's what I was actually expecting. Where's this filler episode? I'm not even a filler episode? Not even gonna mention them. Okay.
Okay, so what are you expecting for season 7?
Alright. For those who didn't read the comics or who are reading the comics, please read the comics, because you know what pinpoints are gonna happen. But this is the part of the comics where Negan is going to be in charge.
Negan's going to be around for a while.
He is going to be around for a long time. If you ever bought the compendiums, there's Compendium 1 and 2. Basically, Compendium 1 is from Season 1 to Season 3 ending. Compendium 2 is from...
Yeah, pull it out
sure.
So, I mean, this is Compendium 2. This is... Yeah, that's how thick it is.
Yeah, so Compendium 2 is from Season 4 up until the raid that happened at Alexandria with all the walkers.
Mm-hmm.
All of Compendium 3, which is out right now, is literally all Negan.
And it's like this much bigger than this book.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Negan material.
There's a lot. So you're going to... I hope they keep Negan around for like... But this... For 3 seasons? I don't know.
I don't know if they'll keep him around for 3 seasons. Spoiler alert. We'll put spoiler alert on that.
Yeah.
Negan actually isn't dead in the comics yet. He's still alive. And he's been around for like a while.
Yeah, just hanging around Morgan prison.
Yeah. So...
Foreshadowing.
So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. We did put out a video not too long ago about who we think he's going to kill. So we gave our 3 who we thought were going to die in that video. And it's still a very good possibility that it could be any of the 3.
Yeah. I wasn't in that video. It was you.
It was me and Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that... I don't know who exactly it's going to be. Spoiler alert, in the comics it's Glenn.
But...
It could be Glenn, but a lot of times The Walking Dead takes deaths and...
Literally all of them.
And just switches it with other people.
A strong 90% of deaths have been changed by other characters. Like in Season 4, where it had Herschel dying in the governor in the show. In the comics, it was actually Tyrese that died in that same spot.
They always do this thing where they take... Where they take like a death from one character and like give it to another character.
Especially with this one.
But I think with Glenn... It's such an iconic death that it might stay, but who knows? If we're giving this season a grade, Season 6, you're going to grade it 1 to 10. What are you going to give it?
All right. There's, in my pet peeves of adding new characters just to kill them off, and then like leaving a bit of plot holes here and there. I still enjoy the series for what it was. Mm-hmm. It was action-packed, definitely brought more to the table of Walking Dead.
Very suspenseful.
Very suspenseful, especially
suspenseful. The end. The end.
Yeah,
suspenseful. But it's kind of a cop out that they didn't show.
It's definitely got better from the previous season, so I have to give it a very strong 8.
Okay. I was gonna give it. I was leaning on giving it a 9.
I still think that's a bit too much.
But because they copped us out with that ending, where now we have to wait 6 months, like that is so stupid.
Yeah,
it's so dumb.
Especially since like
I think everyone can agree that is awful. Like, why would you do that?
Just for people to tune in. But obviously people are going to tune in anyway.
Anyway, that's going to take it down a bit. So I'm going to say, I think an 8's too low. I'm gonna go 8.3.
You couldn't do 0.5?
I can't do 0.5 because I feel like what they did with how they ended it like that is more than just a half a point.
All right.
That's the way that I feel. But I also feel like it's not a full point to bring it down to an 8. So I'm going to go 8.3.
Still B.
We round up here. That's an 8.2. We round up here.
If you're going by grade school standards, it's a B.
So, thank you for watching. Let us know what you think is going to happen. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Check out all of our other videos over on our channel. And we'll see you over there.
Bye-bye.
For more nerd videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media.